From the floor of the 2026 NAB Show, Brandon Costa from Sports Video Group. Always excited to meet with our friends at Canon. Jamon, Lomax taking some time for us right now. Jamon, how you doing, sir?
Good to see you.
Always a pleasure to see you. Always big announcements at a show like this, from fun lenses and cool things that you guys are doing behind the scenes for the sports clients that are coming through, which you guys have such great relationships with.
Absolutely.
What should they be coming by to see?
This year, you know what? The big highlight for us this year is our new Cine-Servo lens. We have a 40-1200 lens, which is now the longest Cine-Servo lens in the world. It's actually something that's going to be used in a number of different applications, and I think our sports friends are really going to fall in love with that lens. We're doing a lot of great things with our firmware updates for our cinema cameras as well. So there's going to be a lot of good things that we're bringing out that are going to really attack that shallow depth of field thing that we're seeing that a lot of our sports partners are still very interested in doing.
Yeah, that's been such a fascinating trend over the past few years, and it's really cool to see how you guys have responded over the years from, you know, you look at the portfolio and it's the highest end of glass.
Absolutely.
Where there's experimentation going on and things like Monday Night Football and college football championship, and then you're doing cool things with the shallow depth of field that's taking people onto the court or onto the field. You guys, you know, just not saying it because you're standing in front of me, you guys have done a really good job of like serving that full broad base of how things have evolved.
Yeah, we've really stretched out our Cine-Servo lineup from 11 to 55 up to that 40 to 1200, and plus you bookend that with our novel lens technology, so we really do have it covered, everything from on the field to the longest shots that you can get. So we're attacking it big time.
All right, well, let's take a deeper dive into some of this stuff with some of the other members of your team. Let's go take a tour around the booth right now.
Sounds good.
We're checking out the big lens launch here at the NAB Show 2026. We're joined by our good friend Josh Stoner. Josh, pleasure to see you.
Good to see you too, Brandon.
Introducing you to your own new product.
Yes.
This is the big lens launch here at the show.
Correct.
Tell us all about it and why sports clients should come by and see it.
Well, it's the successor to the 50 to 1000. It's the 40 to 1200. So it's got 10 more millimeters on the wide end and the tele end in the exact same size and weight as the 50 to 1000. So all of your rigging is going to match right up. You just pop this lens in there, you get a little bit further out and a little bit further in. We also have improved drive unit speed for the zooms. You can shave off a half a second using a power adapter for you know, super fast zooming for the sports world that we need. So yeah, this in an 8K resolution, this thing's really ready to rock your world.
Yeah, and for the sports clients specifically, what do you find so exciting about where your lenses are headed?
I just love that we get a little bit more on the wide end on this one.
Okay.
You know, it really makes camera positioning very, very dynamic for them. It improves where they can lay out the camera and get a little bit closer to the action.
Nice, awesome, Josh.
Yeah.
It looks great. Thanks for taking the time.
All right,
Great
thanks,
to see you.
Brandon. Good to see you too.
Getting a chance to stop by and see our friend Paul McAniff as well here at the Canon booth. Big firmware updates as well that are really relevant to the sports market. Paul, what do we got?
All right, so we've got two firmware updates. One is for the C80 cinema camera and the other one's for the C400. The one that's for the C80 offers what we're calling USB camera control. So if you're on some kind of a gimbal device like this, you now have the ability to use those controls. It doesn't work with every single gimbal brand that's out there, but it's an open protocol, so anybody who wants to get involved with it can.
Gotcha.
So we have been seeing the C80 pop up for a lot of that megalodon coverage of some sports, so it's super relevant. It's going to make a lot of people's lives a lot easier with that. And the other thing that we have, which is going to be in both of them, is basically it's ramp compensation.
Okay.
So when you're working with one of our Canon lenses, they're going to talk back to each other, and when you reach the point where the lens is going to ramp, it's then going to compensate for that. And we, you know, that's shown up in different incarnations and different things involving Canon with broadcast and our broadcast partners over the years. Not exactly the same technology, but it's ultimately the same kind of end result.
Sure, and it's been fascinating to see how this has exploded in live sports production, and you guys have really responded to the market's desire for it.
Yeah, we certainly have very much with the C80. I mean, the thing with the C80 was the C70 kind of got a little bit of interest. With the C80, when we added that 12G SDI output.
Sure,
So then it's, you know, we have completely clean, there's no adapters, there's no HDMI to something else. It's going to fit directly into that infrastructure, the way that you want it to, plug and play.
Cool. All right, Paul, appreciate you taking the time. Exciting stuff.
Always a pleasure.
We highly encourage you to come by and see all the things we've talked about with the folks here at Canon. They're in the Central Hall here at the Las Vegas Convention Center. And for more of our coverage of everything at the 2026 NAB Show, just visit our website at sportsvideo.org.